Hey, this is Jeremy, and welcome to the Daily Devo. Today, we're talking about a brand new focus. Have you ever been focused on a good thing, but it ended up being the wrong thing? I went to a nature preserve in South Africa years ago. We took an open-top Land Rover out into an area with really high grass to find some cheetahs. The person who owned the park taught us a valuable lesson while we were there. He told us that cheetahs hunt in packs of 3. 2 of the cheetahs let you see them to get you focused on them. Meanwhile, while you're focused on the 2 cheetahs, you can't see the 3rd that's sneaking up behind you. This man was clearly crazy because he jumped out of the Land Rover when he saw a cheetah to prove his point. Sure enough, 2 of them showed up. And even though he had warned us about not focusing on the 2 I could see, I did it anyways. And after a few minutes, our guide suddenly turned around, started shouting, waving his arms wildly and screaming. Not 15 feet behind him in the grass was the 3rd cheetah waiting to pounce. I think you get the point. It was good to be focused on those 2 animals that could actually hurt you, but it would have been the wrong thing to stay focused on. A wrong focus at best can cost us some time and money, and at worst, our life. Paul understood this better than anybody. He was constantly encouraging us to have a new focus or a correct focus. Take Philippians 3:13 through 14 as an example. Let's read this now. It says, "Brethren, I do not count myself to have apprehended, but one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forward to those things which are ahead. I press towards the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ Jesus." Paul chose a new focus over his old one. Before Christ, he was focused on attaining the greatest heights of being a religious leader. He persecuted Christians zealously, but when he met Jesus, he got a new focus and new goals. Paul being focused on the right thing helped him get through untold amounts of trouble. I wanted to take this moment to remind you that the book of Philippians was written from a jail cell. So Paul, sitting in a jail cell, says, "I press towards the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ Jesus." How can he say that while he's sitting in a cell? Well, maybe you feel like you're spinning your wheels and not getting where you think you should be. Sometimes life feels like we're running in place, and that's just not a great feeling. I'm exerting all this effort and getting no closer to the goal. What you are focused on might not be bad, but also might not be helping you. Paul changed his focus to looking more like Jesus. When that shifted, nothing else mattered. Even though he was running in place metaphorically by sitting in a jail cell, he still didn't give up on the goal. Maybe our issue isn't the circumstances we find ourselves in, but how we think about those circumstances. What if instead of being angry or frustrated about what we're going through, we leaned into God? Maybe that just looks like reminding yourself that our goal is to finish the race. Maybe it's taking a moment and praying and asking God to help you in your time of need. Maybe it's asking yourself the question, what I can learn in this moment. I'm not sure what it is for you, but today I would encourage you to get a new focus, one that includes Jesus at the center of it. I hope this helped you, and thanks for joining us today on the Daily Devo.